Os. Hello everyone, welcome to our Arizona JKA online training video. My name is Jackie Martinez, many of you know me. Today we're going to have a class that focuses heavily on basics and especially hip rotation. So we're going to start off pretty basic, and then we're going to get more advanced. The class is going to get more demanding as we go. But before we start, I just want to say that we hope all of you are doing well, that you're at home practicing all of the physical distancing techniques advised by Centers for Disease Control, and that your family is staying safe and healthy. We miss you at the dojo, but we're glad to be able to provide these training sessions for you in the interim. So we're going to start class. As always, we begin with the Mokuso ceremony. The purpose of that ceremony is to just clear your mind, feel your body, become very located in the time and place of right now. No matter where you are, everything else recedes from your mind. Just focus on your body, feeling it move, breath, and so on. So, I invite you all to sit or take a formal stance, whatever is a good meditative position for you, and we'll begin. So let the eyelids drop. Relax your face. No thinking. Just feel the air as it comes in and then out of your lungs. So yame. Eyes open. Shomani. Hey! Otagaini. Hey! Os. And your. Alright, just some warm-ups to start up. Start. Twisting side to side. Ich. Ni. Sun. Shi. Go. Rok. Shich. Hutch. Kun. Chew. Left arm is up, leaning to the right. Ich. And. Ni. And. Sun. And. Shi. And. Go. And. Ro. And. Shich. And. Hutch. And. Kun. And. Jew. Down and across, head to knee. Ich. And. Ni. And. Sun. And. Shi. And. Go. And. No. And. Shich. And. Hutch. And. Kun. And. Jew. Reach underneath and behind, ich, and over the top and back, knee, and sun, and shi, and go, and no, and shich, and hutch, and ku, and chew. Big circles with the upper body. Begin to your left. Ich, other way, knee, and sun, and shi, and go, and look, and shich, and hutch, and ku, and chew. Very good. Stand up. Okay. Feet a little bit wider apart. We're going to go knee to elbow. So right knee to left elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands on your hips around. Ich, knee, sun, shi, go, rok, shich, hutch, ku, ju. Reverse. Ich, knee, sun, shi, go, rok, shich, hutch, ku, ju. Now re. And re. Os. Right, ready position. Left hand out in front, right hand to the side. Punch exactly in front of your solar plexus. The left hand just to the left side of the solar plexus. The right hand just to the right side of the solar plexus, not at the shoulder level, not at the stomach level, right at the solar plexus. Slowly chokuzuki. Brush the elbows along the sides of the body. Keep that palm up on the elbow until get almost to the extension of the technique, and And remember, here is the correct position, not here. Right? Slowly, itch, brush the elbows. Knees, feel the elbows. Sun, shi, posture straight. Go, no extra movement. Dog, shich, hutch, ku, chu, itch, knee, sun, shi, go, dog, shich, hutch, ku, chu, itch, knee, sun, shi, go, dog, shich, hutch, ku, chu. All right, speed up, big key. I pull the draw hand back fast. This is your key to speed, not the moving hand. Ready? Edge, knee, sun, shi, go, duk, shich, hutch, ku, chu, itch, knee, sun, shi, go, duk, shich, hutch, ku, chu, itch, knee, sun, shi, go, duk, shich, hutch, ku, chu. Now ready, instantly soft. Breathe in, breathe out. And relax. Pulse. Shake it out. Loosen up those shoulders. Breathe. All right, so now next thing is kibadachi. Everyone take a kibadachi stance. The width is twice your shoulder width. Check the outer edges of the back foot of each foot exactly forward. Toes are slightly in. And then remember, pressure is out on the knees and under with the coccyx. Coccyx pulls under, hips come up. That gives you the good connection to the floor. All through these repetitions, maintain this stance position. Don't come up, keep the pressure down. Left hand out in front, right hand to the side. Slowly, itch, knee, no twisting of the shoulders, no raising of the shoulders. Sun, shi, hips and shoulders stay in exact alignment. Go, relax the shoulders, squeeze the stomach and the rear end. Do, squeeze, shich, squeeze, hutch, squeeze, ku, squeeze, chu, feel the elbows, itch, knee, sun, shi, go, dok, shich, hutch, ku, chu. All right, now, Sun Monzuki. One count, 3 techniques. Face, body, body. On the first count, nice solid kime, hold it here. Then, and 1. Very important that you not do this. Nice technique, hold, and then after that first technique, full draw hand on each. This is very, very important. When you're working on basics, you never want to shorten the range of motion. Going fast in kumite, yes, but not in basics. Make sure the stance stays strong. Left hand out in front, right hand to the side. Face, body, body. Slowly. Itch. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Dok. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Chu. Beer. All right, speed up strong ki. Ki on the third technique. Go as fast as you can correctly. The correct timing and full range of motion. Ready? Edge. Beer. Knee. Beer. Sun. Beer. Shi. Beer. Go. Beer. Duk. Beer. Shich. Beer. Hutch. Beer. Ku. Beer. Chu. Beer. Now instantly soft. Relax the shoulders. Control the breathing. Okay. I'm nice and warmed up. Hopefully you are too. So the focus of today's training is hip rotation. So hip rotation is a major way of creating power. The rotation of the hips, this action here, generates a certain force. Here. But we have to be careful, because if the rotation of the hips allows our stance to become weak and lose that strong connection to the floor, then we lose the power. The power that we have from here gets lost because of the instability of the stance. The other thing is that when we're using hip rotation, we're creating a centrifugal force. So it's easy to let the shoulder go or the elbow go out. It's very important, therefore, that you squeeze the lat and the bicep, the lower stomach, squeeze. Then the hip action throws the technique out. And that's what we want. All right, so first we'll work only on rotation, and then we'll work on using techniques. Now, if you have a stick at home, that is great. A broomstick would work. Whatever you have, even a yardstick would work. So we're going to always think of our upper body like a stick. Our spine is like a stick, and it's always perpendicular to the floor. We never want to have our spine this way, or forward, or back. When we do hip rotation, if we rotate and the stick remains exactly in place, we get more centrifugal force. But if the stick is wobbly, then we lose the energy generated from the rotation. So that's why the upper body needs to be very stable. All right, so we're in front stance. Remember, we have side distance between the front foot and the back foot, and we have a length distance that's about twice that. The front knee should be bent over the big toe, so you have 60% of your weight forward, 40% back. The outer edge of the back foot, the toes are more forward than back. The outer edge of the front foot, the toes are slightly in, because that edge is exactly to the front. Not like this, and not like this. Exactly to the front. Okay? Now, when we rotate our hips, we want our shoulders and hips to move in a single unit. So if you have a stick and you use it like this, as we do often in the dojo, it allows our shoulders and hips to move as a single unit. If you don't use this stick, there's a tendency to have the shoulders moving separately. We never want to have the hips and shoulders move separately when we're working on body rotation. So if you have a stick, go ahead and put it behind your back. Hands are on your hips or grabbing your belt if you're wearing your gi. Posture is very straight. Hips are forward. On the first count, rotate your hips back. Notice how my head does not move, and that front knee stays steady. Knee, rotate to the front. Sun, rotate to the back, feeling increasing pressure to the back leg. Shi, drive to the front. In this position, you should feel a great deal of pressure to your back heel as it pushes this right hip forward. Sun, rotate back. Shi, rotate to the front. Go, back. Rok, front. Shich, back. Hutch, front. Ku, back. Chu, back. Now another thing to be careful of, some people will rotate, front knee comes in, back hip goes up, and look at the line of the stick. Okay? If you bring the stick into alignment, it will naturally pull that front knee into a better position. Ich, back, knee, front. Sun, back, harmony position. Shi, shouman, front. Go, dok, shich, hutch, ku, chu. Another point to keep in mind, especially for you more advanced students, is that this and this is a big difference. You want to make sure that that rear end, that gluteus maximus on the back side is very tight, pushing those hips forward. All right, change your legs. Now the right leg is forward and the left leg is back. Check that knee position right over that big toe. Make Make sure you have good side distance. Make sure the front distance, forward back distance is about twice that. Outer edge of the back foot, almost forward. Outside edge of the front foot, exactly forward. Again, put the stick behind your back, hands on your hips. First count, hips back. Itch, rotate back. Head and eyes stay forward, spine is very straight. Knee to the front. Sun, back. Shi, front. Go, back. Dok, front. Shich, back. Hutch, front. Ku, back. Chu, front. Again, on that front position, the pressure should be to the heel of that back foot. When you rotate the hips back, that changes a little bit. The pressure becomes more equally dispersed along the surface of that back foot. Itch, back. Knee, front. Sun, back. Shi, front. Go, back. Do, front. Shich, back. Hutch, front. Ku, back. Chu, front. Itch, back. Knee, front. Shich, back. Hutch, front. Ku, back. Chu, front. And now ready. And relax. And relax. Shake it out. All right, so now we're going to add punching with body rotation. Everything stays the same, especially the posture and the stillness of the upper body. We're moving our arms, so the tendency will be to go up into the shoulders, but it's all about the hips and the stance. The upper body goes along for the ride. The driver of everything in karate is the hips and the lower body. The upper body is like a good lieutenant. It follows the commands of the general. If the upper body is the general, then you have a very weak army because all this is left behind. All right, so that's one way to think about it. All right, so ready position, and then step forward with your left foot into front stance. Okay, hands on your hips. Check your stance. Foot position, knee position, hip position, posture. Hips exactly to the front. Feel the pressure on that back heel. Now, right hand out in front, left hand at the side. Now, when you pull the left hand back and tense the lat, you should feel increased pressure to your back heel. The shoulder is tight, the pressure comes up. The shoulder comes up. The shoulder goes down. It's like a circular action here. That's what we want to capture. We're going to rotate our hips. First count punching to the face. And remember, the hips and the shoulders turn exactly in synchronicity. Itch, punch. Elbows stay in. Knee, squeeze the elbow. Sun, punch to the face. Be very careful. If you turn your fist over early, that elbow's going to go out. The elbow comes in, and on the front side, the elbow bends down, never out. The elbow comes down. Sun, turn. Shi. Go, feel it in the stance. The draw hand is always a good connector to the stance. No. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Chu. All right, speed up, strong ki. Ready? Right foot is forward. Front stance, hands on your hips. Check the side distance, check the forward distance. Check the foot position, check the knee position, check the hip position, check the posture. Make sure that back foot heel feels pressure when the hips are to the front. Left hand out in front, right hand to the side. Turn your hips, punch into the face. Itch. Elbows stay in. Knee. Squeeze the elbow back. Sun. Rotate the hips. Shi. Head is straight. Go. Dok. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Chu. breathe. Okay, what we're going to do next is we're going to double it up. So for each count, we're going to do 2 techniques. So the tendency is going to be, especially as you feel tired, to let the arms define the movement. You must not do that. The arms must not define the movement. What defines the movement is the hips, and the hips moving in unison with the shoulders, head being very straight, maintaining that upright posture. Okay, so no matter how tired your muscles get, you always want to focus on maintaining the form, because that's how you develop good muscle memory. When your muscles get tired, you get sloppy, then you'll never be able to develop a high level of skill, because your body never adapts to the requirements of the exact correct position. Basics is where we do that, and that's why basics are so important. All right, ready position, left foot is forward, get under eye, come on, tail, all right, now mentally check your stance. Good side distance, forward, back distance, foot position, hip position, shoulder position, posture. All right, so we're gonna start with the right hand out in front, left hand at the side, and on 1 count, 2 techniques. Don't let that front knee move. Don't drive with the shoulders. It's the hip and the draw hand. Turn the hips and use the draw hand as the driver of the technique. That will help you stay in your stance. Ready? Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Do. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Chu. Alright, speed up, strong ki. Ki on the gyakuzuki. Ready? Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Duk. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Chu. Shake it out and relax. So, I can tell I lose my form a little bit as my front knee starts wavering. That's normal, but it doesn't make it correct. That means you can train for many, many years and still have to work on these most basic aspects of karate technique. Well, that's why they say it's seeking perfection of character through the perfection of technique, because we never get there. Always have to continue working. And that's why mental attitude is so important. You can do karate for a good workout, no problem. But if you want to develop the relationship between mind, body, spirit, you have to have a focus beyond just getting a good workout. While that can be a very complicated philosophy, you don't have to study Zen Buddhism. All you have to do is remember that the mind should be clear. You should focus on the one aspect of your body that will keep everything mostly working correctly. In this case, elbows, posture, knee. It's more than one thing, but if you're working with those things, you'll make more progress than if you're just thinking, all right, I want to work. Nothing wrong with that. That's different from karate training, okay? All right, ready position. Step forward with your right foot. Get on the right. Come with it. All right, check your hands on the hips. Hips to the front. Check the stance. Foot position, knee position, hip position, posture. Make sure you're feeling nice pressure to the floor. Left hand out in front, right hand to the side. First count, punching face and body, turning the hips. Ich and knee. San. Shi. Go. Dok. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Alright, speed up, strong ki-ai. Ki-ai on the second technique. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, duk, shich, hutch, ku, chu. techniques. Face, body, face, body. A lot of hip rotation. Now it's going to be very tempting to shorten the technique, to sacrifice range of motion for speed. We don't want to do that. We want a full range of motion so the muscles have full expansion and contraction. And if you have to slow down or only do 2 reps per count, that's better than doing 4 reps per count that are sloppy and incomplete. So you have to be your own sensei here. You have to say, what do I want to get out of this training? What I want you to get out of this training is development of stronger basics. The only way you can do that is to make your body do it correctly to the greatest degree possible. So that's your job. You be in charge of that. All right, ready position. Left foot is forward, get on Burai. Come on, okay, check the stance, hips to the front. Make sure that outer edge of that back foot is almost forward. Outer edge of the front foot exactly forward. Check the knee position, check the hip position, check your posture. Left hand out in front, right hand out in front, left hand to the side. 1 count, 4 techniques. Itch. Focus on turning the body and keeping the elbows in. Knee, hips, elbows, hips, elbows. Sun. Shi. Go. Duk. Shich. Hot. Q. Chew. Alright, all 4, 1 count. Full range of motion. Nice, good stance. Ready? Itch. Control your breathing. And relax. Alright, shake it out. Okay. Now I'm definitely getting a good workout. I hope you guys are too. We have another side to go. Shake it out a little bit, breathe. Okay. Ready? Ready position. Step forward with your right foot. Get on Burai. Come on, hips to the front, hands on your hips. Check your stance. Side distance, forward distance. Outside edge of the back foot, outside edge of the front foot. Knee position, hip position, posture. All very straight. Left hand out in front. Right hand at the side. 4 counts. 1 count, 4 techniques. Face, body, turning the hips. Itch. Knee. Start over. Itch. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Duk. Shich. Control your breathing. And relax. That mental pause between sets is very important. If you're like me, you got to the end of that last set, feeling fatigue, want to stop, feel my body want to shortcut the movement, but my mind says, no, keep doing your best, keep doing your best. Out of breath, can't get enough air, doesn't matter, I got enough to keep going. On the nare, the mind stops, just breathe. And that actually allows you to get your breath back much better than going. That's not only not effective, but if you're around an opponent who's also fatigued, they pick up energy from seeing your level of fatigue displayed. So hide your fatigue, hide your pain, present the strongest possible front to your opponent. That's always important in martial arts. Right? Okay, next we're going to do hip rotation, but we're going to add blocking techniques. So I'm not going to give a lot of instruction about the blocking techniques, but the key is posture. Again, no matter what technique we're doing, the posture always remains the same. Never tilting, never arching, always exactly the same. All right, ready position. Left foot is forward, get on the right. Come on, take it. All right, hands on your hips, hips to the front. Okay, right hand out in front, left hand at your side. Starting with the Agi-Uke, rising block. Now, same principle applies. The draw hand comes here. The Agi-Uke arm goes on the outside. The rising block arm goes on the outside of the draw hand. If we pull the elbows back, then we tend to come on the inside. That's a mistake. Or we're trying to bring the arm to the outside. That's even worse. But if we turn that fist and bring the elbow straight back, now we've got a straight line, clear path to the rising block. And we've got this, again, the hip action transfers the power. This hip literally throws up, just as this hip throws the power out, okay? Path of the moving arm is very important, and the rotation of the hip, of the fist in relation to that is also very important. Right hand out in front, left hand to the side, very slowly, being careful, especially about this draw hand pulling back with the elbow, going to the floor. Itch, okay? Remember that the fist should be slightly higher than the elbow. You should be 1 to 1.5 fist distance away from your forehead, not out here. And beginning students sometimes do this because they're trying to keep this close, but then they end up with the fist too low. So make sure that position is correct. Knee, turn and punch. Sun, block. Shi, punch. Go, block. Rok, punch. Remember, turning the hips. Hip rotation is the main point. Shish, block. Hutch, punch. For example, we don't want to do this. Ku, block. Chu, punch. Or this, where the hips go out. The posture comes forward. Posture stays exactly straight. Sun, Shi, Go, Rok, Shich, Hutch, Ku, Chu. Now ready. Alright, right foot is forward. Come on, take it. Same idea. This time left hand out in front, right hand at the side. Now it's the left elbow down, never out. Fist turns up, elbow comes down, this fist comes forward, and we've got a natural position with this arm, blocking arm going to the outside, and then coming up to the same position relative to the forehead and the fist to the elbow. All right, ready? Ich, Ni, Sun, Shi, Go, Rok, Shich, Hutch, Ku, Chu, Ich, Ni, Sun, Shi, Go, Rok, Shich, hutch, coup, chew, and now ready. And relax. Shake it out. And relax. Okay. Next thing we're going to do 2 actions, 1 count. Now, unlike the punching with 2 counts, because we're raising the elbow up, there's a lot of tendency to use the delt and the traps to squeeze that elbow up. It's very important that you squeeze down with the lat rather than up with the delt when you do age-uke, when you're going fast. That's going to be the shortcut that your body's naturally going to want to take. But we're training our body to have complete action in a way that maximizes the power generating capacity of the body as a whole, not just one shoulder or the other. So that's why it's very important that we keep the correct path and correct areas of tension in the correct body location as we're moving. Okay? Right, ready position. Left foot is forward, get on right. Come on, right. Right hand out in front, left hand to the side. Check that stance. Make sure it feels right. You've got good side distance, hips are all the way to the front. Posture is very straight. Turning your hips, blocking and punching. 1 count. Take your time. Check your form. Ich. Knee. Sun. Elbows down. Shi. Shi. Elbows down, not out. Go. Do. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Chew. All right, both actions, 1 count. Ready? Speed up, strong ki. Ich. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Do. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Chew. And now ready. And ready. Breathe. Relax those shoulders. Let that extra tension go. Right, ready position. Step forward with your right foot. Get on barai. Come on, left hand out in front, right hand to the side. Same idea, 2 actions, 1 count. Age-uke, gyakuzuki. Rising block and reverse punch. Ich. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Do. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Chew. All right, speed up, strong ki. Ready? Ich. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Do. Shich. Hutch. Ku. Now ready. And ready. And relax. Okay, so can you guess what the next thing is we're going to do? 1 count, 4 techniques. Age-uke gyakuzuki. Age-uke gyakuzuki. We really want to make sure that our shoulders and hips are moving in unison and fully. If we lose anything else, we want to keep the hips and the shoulders moving together. This is the action we do not want to sacrifice. If you're like me, I can already tell I'm going to be tired by the time we get to those last few reps. I'm going to get tired before then. But we got to keep concentrating on the complete range of motion and making sure we feel the tension in the correct place. Not in the shoulders and up, but from the lats down. And then in the fist. That's the other place where we want to feel tension, is in the fists. All right, ready position. Left foot is forward. Get on board. Come on, say. Right hand out in front, left hand at the side. Should automatically be checking your stance, posture, draw hand. All right, 1 count, 4 techniques. Agyuke Gyakuzuki, Agyuke Gyakuzuki. And ready. And relax. Shake it up. So, breathe. Imagine doing like 50 reps with those 4 techniques and maintaining correct stance, body action, full range of technique. That's a nice goal. I don't think I could do it right now. In fact, I'm sure I couldn't. But thinking about it, you know, that would mean my basics are solid. So think about your own karate training and ask yourself, given a basic technique where you're challenged to do a certain sequence, how many of those sequences could you do in a row with full ki before you start to lose form? And then set your goals. 10, everyone should be able to do 10 full speed exactly correctly. But then as we start going up and up with that number, means we're stronger and stronger. Our basics are stronger and stronger, and that's a goal for all of us to have. But we aren't going to do 50 today, okay? Maybe in a month. In a month, maybe we'll be back here training, but maybe I'll try to see what kind of goals I can set for myself. That's a good one, I think. All right, ready position. Right foot is forward. Gate on the right. Come on, say. Left hand out in front, right hand at the side. 4 techniques, 1 count. Agyuke Gyakuzuki, Agyuke Gyakuzuki. Ready? Itch. Knee. Sun. Shi. And ready. Pulse. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So, one advantage for me personally, of using the camera is that as I'm executing my techniques, it gives me a single spot to stay focused on. And I noticed many of us, when we're in the dojo training, we're working hard and our eyes are going all over. But in this case, when you're watching the video, you have a single screen to keep your eyes focused on, especially when we're doing techniques directly into the camera. So that means you at home, while you're training with me, you want to keep your eyes, hopefully the center of my body isn't doing like this, and you can keep your eyes in one spot, and it'll help you do your techniques more correctly. It's an advantage of looking at the screen. It gives you an automatic eye position, and that's what is always helpful in karate. In fact, we never want to have a moving eye position except when we're following a target. Other than that, in our basics in kata, we have an exact position where our eyes are supposed to be. All right, ready position. So, I don't have time to go through Satoke and Gedan Barai. So we're going to use moving forward and back with hip rotation. This is a little bit more advanced from from the very basic level introduction, but it's also a place where people tend to lose control of the elbows and they get confused with the arms. So I'm going to back up a little bit so I have a little bit more range. So we're going to start from gate en marais. Left foot is forward, gate en marais. Come on, Teddy! Now if we start off with our right hand out in front, we're going to step forward and block with this hand. Now this is what some people do, and this is not the best way to do it. Okay? We're using only one arm during the action. We're moving both legs and one arm, so it's very unbalanced. We always want to think of moving with a symmetrical part, the body symmetry. So if we're moving one side, we're moving the other side in a correspondingly balancing way. So when we start from front stance, in Gyakuzuki position, the midline position, we can think of it as punching in the middle, turning and blocking, punching. So if we're going backwards, it's the same idea. Exchange the arms. Now, when we do it for real, I mean, this could actually be a punch. Punch, block, punch. But we don't want to think of it that way because that's going to slow down the movement forward. We're going to have to pause and focus in the middle. So when we do it, like for an examination, we want to just move the hand out. In fact, one most formal way to do it is to bring this arm here like a cover, like an hand shodan, block. But it doesn't have to be that. Maybe we're doing satoke or gate en marais, in which case this hand that starts out here would go to a different position. So the most important thing is what the elbow does in the middle. Okay? So when we do rising block, the elbow is here, but notice what's most important is that it stays in line with the side of the body. It doesn't do this. And it doesn't do this. The elbow stays in line. Personally, me, I like to practice with the hand straight out for basics because this is good with both uchiuke and satoke. Block, counter. Block, counter. Elbows staying close to the body is what allows this to work most effectively. And then whether you're doing agiuke or something else with the arm, it doesn't matter if the elbow stays in. All right, gate en marais, right arm out in front, left hand to the side. So we're going to step forward 2 counts, stay soft for the first count. Itch, change the arms, pressure stays on that left leg. Then as we drive forward, pull the elbow down, not out. Elbow comes down and back and turn and punch. Knee, halfway, san, shi, go, rok, shich, stepping back, punch, ku, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, punch, ku, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, punch, ku. Nare. Now I surprised myself. I didn't mean to switch moving my hand from straight out in front to up, but I did. Well, you will have noticed that the path of the elbow remained exactly in line with the side of my body, whether my hand went out or up. That's the key point. All right, now we're going to try the entire motion, 1 count. 1 count, step forward, block, counter. Take your time and try to have good balance. with the movement of the arms and the legs so that they're moving simultaneously together, not, right? Simultaneously. Okay, ready? Stepping forward, rising block, reverse punch. Ich, knee, sun, she, stepping back, ich, knee, sun, she, ich forward, knee, sun, she, stepping back, ich, knee, sun, she, nare, and ready, and relax. So, same pattern works no matter what block you're doing, but with the sotoke, and gedanbrai, rather than just exchanging the arms, you have an intermediary position, here or here. But other than that, everything applies the same. Okay, so now we're going to go a little more speed, ki. So on each count, step, block, counter. Ki on the counter. But I'm going to pause between counts so that you have to resettle and check your stance, body pressure, body tension, because the tendency is going to be in the sequence of 4 reps to get everything tied up here, and I want to work against that, okay? So we're going to start by going forward 4 counts, and then coming back 4 counts. We always want to check those shoulders, make sure we're nice and relaxed, and that the tension stays in the legs. That's where it belongs. All right, ready, position. Left foot is forward, get on broad. Come on, friend. Right hand out in front. Stepping forward, agyuke, gyakuzuki, big ki. Ready? Ich, big. Knee, big. Sun, big. She, big. Stepping back. Ich, big. Knee, big. Sun, big. She, big. Stepping forward. Ich, big. Knee, big. Sun, big. She, big. Stepping back. Ich, big. Knee, big. Sun, big. She, big. Nare. And ready. And relax. Okay. That does it for time. Let's do a little stretching. Feet a little wider apart. And unless your fingers reach up to the sky. Reach down to the floor. And reach out to the front. Reach out to the sky. Reach down to the floor. And reach out to the front. Reach out to the sky. Reach down to the floor. And reach out to the front. And all right. Heels together, hands to your sides. Training finished. Pulse. All right. We're going to do Mangso ceremony and then a couple of announcements. So, I invite everyone to say sa or take whatever meditative position is good for you. Check the externals, make sure your posture is straight. And then check the internals, what's your mental disposition? What's the breath? Where's the tension in your body? Let it all go. No thinking now, just breathing. Let your eyelids drop. Clear the mind. And feel the air as it moves out. So, Yame! Dojoku. Seek perfection of character. Be faithful. Endeavor to excel. Respect others. Refrain from violent behavior. Totsu, jin kaku kansen ni sutomoru koto. Totsu, makoto no michi o momoru koto. Totsu, doryoku no seishi no yashinaru koto. Totsu, rei ga onzo koto. Totsu, kekki no yoi mashimaru koto. Shomai ni rei! Os. And thank you very much. Os. Okay, so please watch our website, ArizonaJKA.org, for updates. We're working right now on updating the website. Those aren't going to be right away, but little by little, we're making changes, and then there's going to be a major revamp coming down shortly. Secondly, Facebook. We'll also post announcements on Facebook. And third, please feel free to write comments on the YouTube channel itself. Send us an email, arizonajka@gmail.com. So we want to try to make sure that we get as much information we can from you guys about what's working and what's not working, how you're doing, and so on. We're going to send out more email blasts about April. The board has come to some agreement about how we need to handle April. So I'll leave that announcement to the blast. But keep in touch. We're happy to receive feedback, and mostly stay safe. Take care of yourself and your family. We're thinking about all of you. We miss you, but we look forward to seeing you back in person once this is all past and we've come on through this together. Okay. All right. Have a terrific rest of your evening, rest of your week. Vos.